The time is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. Raids 4, the Fractured Archive, the first reward proposal. Now, there's already been a few in-house beta tests of this, or alpha tests, should I say. I haven't read the blog yet. I've been holding the chat back to not spoil this for me. We're just going to dive in. This could take a while. We're going to read through everything and just try to understand it as best we can. And we might even go over like the Reddit suggestions too as well afterwards, maybe in a separate video. So strap in. If you have any opinions, anything you want to share, anything I may be getting wrong here, please put it in the comment section down below. Hit the like and subscribe button while you're down there. Greatly appreciate the support. Thank you to everyone watching this live right now on Kick and YouTube. Kick.com/Kinkondo. You guys are the best. Let's have a look. Fractured Archive. This is new raid, and Jagex is kicking ass at the moment. We're getting this at the end of the year. The first part of the blog is very simple. They're not going to respond for a couple of weeks because Deadman's on. They've spoken about this in the past. Yapaholics. All right, let's have an actual look here now. All right. Untradeable. The Fractured Archive teleport. Fed up of running out of Guthixian temple teleports? No. Why not get your hands on an ancient convenience item to provide unlimited teleports back to the Fractured Archive? Okay, yeah, so every raid has a teleport. Cool. So you get a teleport from the raid. Good. All right. Untradeable. Elemental fragments. Okay, here we go. This is the big one. While these aren't the most game-changing account unlocks you'll ever obtain, you'll absolutely want to get your hands on these elemental motes. Since consuming one of each of the elements will increase the max hit of all that element spell by 2, similar to the Jewels of Eucharis parties inside TOA, we expect these to be pretty common with some pity RNG mechanic at play to make sure you can check them off your to-do list in a reasonable time frame. Consume a tier that Guthix sheds in remembrance of an element so that you can use that element to better exploit enemy weaknesses and dish out more damage. We're sure that it's probably what Guthix would have wanted. Okay, so this is just a flat buff to your spellbook. I'm so bricked for this blog. Yeah, okay. Elemental damage rate confirmed. I mean, I think this is a game-wide buff, right? They're pushing elemental shit. Look, it's not. Look, this is fine because if it's a one-time thing, you consume and it's done and it's for your main spellbook and that's it. The only reason I don't have a problem with this is because as long as elemental spells don't surpass the shadow, then elemental spells can do whatever they want because I'm not going to use them because I have a shadow. However, as soon as elemental magic passes the shadow, we have a problem because then elemental spells are better than a Megarare from a raid and then we're fucked. The whole elemental weakness in the elemental system is just, they need to let it go in my opinion. But it's an untradeable drop that I don't need to worry about. It's like a gem. Cool, whatever. Haven't elemental weaknesses been in the game forever? No, they're new. Panic by elemental books? No, God no. All right, tradable hybrid armor set. Ooh, okay. In our primer blog, we spoke about leaning towards the elemental weakness focused armor set. Didn't seem to take flight among the community, goddamn right. But we did see a lot of conversation around armor sets that serve multiple combat styles, so set out to explore what a so-called Hydra set might look like. Okay, whatever, okay. Original concept art by Modjerv. That mask is ugly as fuck, I'll be real. I don't mind the body and the skirt, the legs and shit, but the mask is kind of ugly. Oh, that's the Guthix stuff from LMS, isn't it? Magically constructed sheets of stone held together with roots. The mask is pretty mid. The body and the pants are pretty good. Hybrid magic and melee armor. Naturally, a set that's aiming to serve 2 combat styles can't be best in slot in either of them, but needs to be a compelling enough option that even players with max gear might opt for the increased inventory space that comes with solving 2 styles in one set. Okay. While players not yet sporting absolute max will be pleased to obtain a piece, the set that we're proposing is a melee magic hybrid set, effectively mitigating the biggest downside of style-specific sets for melee and magic. There are no set effects or fancy passives, just solid numbers, so let's take a look. Okay. Oh, the stat bonus is actually... What the fuck is that? That stat bonus is memes. Thank you, Starlight, for the 10 packs. I appreciate that. Did they just make a best in slot stat bonus armor set? This is actually best... Helmet. Hold on. Does this become best in slot for TOA? Bloom in but better? Yeah, kind of, I guess. Yeah, so this is TOA best in slot. Hating incel? this. What's this got to do with incels? What? Yeah, best in slop stat accuracy. Okay, that's interesting. The stab accuracy bonuses here are very interesting. Magic damage, I think this lines up with... This is slightly better than ARAM's. Is ARAM's 1% or 2%? ARAM's is 1%, right? Yeah, so it's twice as much damage as ARAM's. Defensively, let's have a look at the helmet. It fucks. Oh, fuck. Okay. What about accuracy-wise? Helmet 8, body... So it's far better than ARAM's and Blue Moon. Wow. Okay. So this is tier 8 armor. But then again, no, it's not. Right? No. But no, it's not. No, it's not tier 8, no. Because, yeah, the pro bonus is big, but you're not going to run this in tier 8 if you have Ancestral or Virtus, because... Or is Virtus 2% as well? You're not going to run this if you have Ancestral, because... Then you're losing Shadow Armor, and you may as well run Torva with this, right? Because it'd be more damage. It's PvP armor, yeah. People are saying it's too strong, but I don't think it is too strong. It's good pro bonus. Okay, so what I want to point out here before we carry on is what it says here is compelling enough option that even players with max gear might opt for the increased inventory space that comes with solving 2 styles. Most players who are actually competent at the game, which actually, let's be honest, are not a lot of people, but people that are doing 7, 8-way switches already, even 4, 5-way switches, are not going to downsize and downgrade their gear just to be more convenient. They won't, because Ancestral, if you have a Shadow, Ancestral automatically beats this, and you wouldn't sacrifice that damage because the Shadow is so strong, unless Jagex makes a change to the Shadow in the near future, which we know they're considering. And I don't know if this stab bonus outweighs the extra damage that Torva can do, because you don't really need the stab accuracy in TOA, let's be honest, when you've got a Fang. However, in Nex, it might be considered. It does have a decent range bonus, so it could be decent for Nex and casuals, but realistically, if you've got a Shadow, you won't use this gear. I don't think. The green scheme in the design gives me too much range vibes. Yeah, that's the Guthix. Green is Guthix. Is that new best in slot mid gear? Yeah, this will fuck mid game for sure. This is huge pre-Shadow, pre-Ancestral, pre-Torva type shit. Nightmare? You just run Inquisitors in the Nightmare, to be honest. And you can run the damage switch if you want, but Inquisitors, the damage from Inquisitors will far outweigh what this provides in Magic. It's better than Virtus. Let me double check my numbers with Virtus. Virtus Robe Top, let's compare body to body. Virtus is the same damage, less prayer, far less tank, but more accurate. Slightly more accurate. So Virtus, with the Shadow, you could argue Virtus is more accurate for sure. Yeah, so the Shadow, the Virtus will be better, but you do lose that tank. But is it really that big of a deal to swap your armor set? That's up to you. If you have a hard time switching gear, it's a get good situation. Use this till you get good. That doesn't mean it's bad. More accurate than Virtus? No, Virtus is more accurate than this. Virtus is 3 more accuracy in Magic on the body. Virtus is 35. But this is more accurate than ARAM's. It's made for the raid? It might be made for the raid. We'll find out. It's void on crack? Yeah, in a way, yeah, I think you're right. Without the, yeah, not range void at least. To give some context, okay, melee accuracy bonuses, more than Bandos. Duh! But Bandos doesn't have any. But less than style-specific options like Oathblade Inquisitor. Notably, this is the first armor set sporting a stab accuracy bonus of any kind. So, honestly, kind of goated for Slayer, I will say. 78 defense requirement is kind of odd. That probably is just where it sits in the hierarchy in the defense tab. Additionally, Magic accuracy bonus, these are a smidge below Ancestral Robes, which Ancestral and Virtus have the same accuracy. Should remain very competitive at most content where you're using Magic. No negative defense bonuses. Defensively, this set is slightly worse than Bandos against melee and range, but boasts 28 Magic defense. Magic defense is lower than the Ancestral. This would actually be big for Nex. Yeah. This could be big for Nex. Well, no. Yeah, melee Nex. No, because you'd still run Missouri, wouldn't you, at the end of the day? I don't fucking know. Someone will figure it out. Weapon 16 play bonus. This would be big for... This is Slayer gear. Okay, this is Slayer gear. Noticeably lower than the 24 bonus from the Sunfire Fanatic Armor, but a conjunction of the other stats here are definitely nice to have. More melee strength than Bandos and Oathplate, but the full set is 5 melee strength less than Torva. meaning you'd always gain a max hit with melee and 12er, maybe even 2 in some setups. Magic damage is in line with Virtus but less than Ancestral, which means that if your max hit with no armor on is 34 or above, you'd always gain additional max hit with an Ancestral set over this. Which anyone with 99 magic would have that. So Ancestral will always be better max hit. For those of you already sporting best in slot gear for both styles, this set might not be the most valuable pickup of all time. It will not. Stat bonus coupled with prayer bonus and positive magic defense might give its use cases beyond other melee sets. Maybe, yeah. Players looking for a solid all-rounder. To be honest, this is only benefiting people that can't switch gear. That's really it. Just made 250 Inquisitors merch with this blog. What's Inquisitors going for at the moment? Don't ruin the blog for me, Mr. Prutch. Whoa. Okay, so this set obviously unlike anything else we've made, so we're really keen to hear what you make of it. Sets like this could be open to space for hybrid weaponry that benefit from multiple bonuses, or give us more options to flesh out other hybrid offering like mage range and range melee sets. So it would be wonderful. It's basically like a stronger moons. I don't actually hate it that much. I really don't. I don't hate it. I don't think I see a huge use for it at the moment. I would wear this in Slayer, to be honest. The fact that you don't need the full set for it to like be beneficial is big. I don't hate it overall. The mask does look like shit, but otherwise it's not the worst. Okay, what's this? Tradable Rondachi. It's a type of shield. All right. Keeping on the unlike anything else we've made track, we've got a brand new shield. We saw loads of you asking for usable shields or interesting offhand, since it's something we rarely see these days. Past your initial defender unlocks, the difficult thing about making shields cool is that in old school, offense tends to be the best defense. Absolutely. Our damage formula means that you're still likely to get hit extremely frequently in endgame content, and the easiest way to stop getting hit is to simply kill the thing that's hitting you. We don't think any single gear upgrade is likely to change this paradigm, but we set out to see whether or not we could make a shield that had clear use cases and felt cool to use. Alright, here we go. Not a bad little design, I like that. The Rondachi has 2 flat armor. Ooh. So mitigated damage is stored as charge. Ooh. Oh, I like how I was using a rapier. Painted by rapier, boys. The Shield Bash special attack unleashes this stored damage without delay, similar to the Granite Maul. Okay. Okay, I like that. Let's break it down. Ooh. Okay. So, 8 melee strength, which is 1 less than the Vernic Defender. Correct? No accuracy bonuses, that's fine. Vernic Defender, oh, same as the Vernic Defender. I thought Defender was 9. It's the same. Okay, big. Consume all stored charge to quickly attack the enemy without delay. This attack has +6 bonus accuracy and deal bonus damage per consumed charge. Has +2 flat armor. Damage mitigated by flat armor is stored as charges for Shield Bash. Okay, so basically, anytime you take damage, you take 2 less damage. Good defense. Alright, this is big. This will be big for next. +2 flat armor. This comes into effect after you've attacked while the Rondachi is equipped to prevent tedious shield swapping methods. And reduces all incoming melee range damage by 2. In essence, this is perfect for mitigating chip damage and pesky, unavoidable small instances of damage that stack up to become a real nuance. Which might make it more of a nice pickup for various combat achievements like the Great Olm, Melee Inferno, Araxor, and loads of other places. On top of that, next is Mage, isn't it? Okay. On top of that, the damage mitigated by the flat armor charges the Rondachi up to 20. This means 20 damage mitigated by flat armor nets you a fully charged Rondachi. This charge can be expected as a special attack to perform a Shield Bash. Shield Bash fires off instantly, similar to the Gmaul spec, and deals damage based on the number of charges consumed. For example, 16 charges would give the Shield Bash 16 plus 16% damage, totaling 18, since old school always rounds down. 20 would be 20 plus 20%, totaling 24. The percentage here serves as an incentive to stack charges up to full, or hold them until you can finish off your target. After Shield Bash is used, there's a short cooldown before you can gain more charges, but the flat armor will still be in effect. This aims to prevent weird use cases built around spamming Shield Bash rather than having it supplement your chosen style. What defense level do you need to wield this? 80 defense, okay. 80 attack? Okay. In terms of raw defensive stats, it's not the most impressive offhand. There's a little anti-synergy between wanting to mitigate damage for shield bash versus not getting hit at all, but the Rondachi offers better defensive stats than the defender, including that a lot of range defense. That's true. Okay, offensively, the Rondachi's strength bonus equals the event defender with some slight negative bonuses for the range and mage. This means it's still pretty usable with any combat style, but is best suited for melee. This one's really exciting for us. Strong anti-chip damage option with a rapid fire inbuilt special attack sounds like a superb starting point for a shield. It only works with mage and range damage. Well, that's kind of cool, man. I don't mind that. Execute spec on shield seems odd as fuck. Odd but cool as fuck. I mean, yeah, that's kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. The fact that it's like a Gmail where you can instantly release it, this will fucking PvP, man. Both this and the armor set are gonna be pretty dangerous in PvP, I ain't gonna lie. Good for Nilos. Yeah, it could be good for Nilos. You lose the accuracy bonus, is the only thing, which the defender does help a lot in Nilos. Sorry, did you say it's flat armor only against melee and ranged? It doesn't do flat armor against mage. Justy plus Rondachi would be cool, yeah. That's, okay, that sounds like it could be really fun. What do we got here? Oh my god, dual crossbows, what the fuck? What's better than one crossbow? 2 crossbows. Good. 1 crossbow in each hand, firing off bolts every 2 ticks. The ultimate run and gun playstyle for anybody who longs for the return of Diablo 3's Demon Hunter fantasy. Naturally, the thought of blasting enhanced ruby bolts into your foes at twice the usual speed is a scary one, so these rapid fire crossbows do come with some caveats. Can only fire dual wield bolts. Ah, look at that. 2 tick, diamond, onyx, and normal. Enchanted bolt effects have 50% reduced chance to trigger. Ah, okay. Right. Special attack, none. Can only use ascension bolts, 50% reduced chance to trigger enhanced bolt effects. Attack rate, which is 2 tick on rapid, only 6 attack range, so basically a crossbow. In essence, while we think this approach to crossbows is cool beyond compare, is this heavy range damage still? It'd be heavy range, right? We spent so much time crunching numbers only to conclude that these cannot be balanced around existing bolts and their respective effects. Makes sense. Instead of the Ascension crossbows, we'll be able to fire the Ascension bolts, which will be readily obtainable by chiseling down the Ascension shards from the Fractured Archive. Okay, with 53 range strength and 58 range strength for gem-tipped Fractured bolts. Okay. Alright. You'll notice that for the time being, we're keeping the number of enhanced Ascension variants limited. This makes it considerably easier for us and you to understand the power of the Ascension crossbows and actually calculate their damage, while also allowing us to observe them out in the wild before talking through additions like ruby tipped Ascension bolts. Onyx tipped bolts are obviously a luxury, but we thought they'd be a fun inclusion and are already relatively balanced around their scarcity, while diamond tipped bolts are an absolute staple and we'll see the Ascension crossbow doing serious damage to tanky targets. I agree. We expect this to be a raid tier replacement to the Toxic Blowpipe, especially versus tankier targets or targets who are weak to heavy range. Plenty of room to grow and develop over time if we opt to add new variants to the Ascension. I love that this is replacing the crossbow. I fuck with that. I'll be real, boys. Sorry, not crossbow, the blowpipe. The blowpipe is great, but it's fucking 12 years old. It's time to go, you know? It's to balance existing bolts. They're basically addle darts. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, if this replaces the blowpipe, then I fuck with it. All they need to do is make sure it's 3 tick in PvP, and we'll be fine. I kind of fuck with that, yeah. Absolutely. The Ascension crossbows are bound to be spicy, so we'll leave them with you for now and move on to the final piece of our proposal. I think that this is, if they're gonna, they should make this 3 tick in PvP. Otherwise, this is gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, for sure. Okay, final proposal. The Megarare. The Tazar Cat Breaker. What the fuck? The Tazar Cat Breaker. Our earlier blogs heavily suggested that we're leaning into crush-focused Megarare, which you seem to be expecting and on board with. Though a good number of you felt it was a little safe and predictable, we do agree that it's a fairly safe option, but also think that it makes sense and is easy to add enticing use cases with new content additions similar to the Cypher of a tour, gaining a litany of use cases over the last couple of years. Shortly afterwards, talented community Mr. Hunt OSRS dropped a suggestion. I think I know where this is going then. Introducing the breaker, a powerful crush weapon imbued with magic. Yeah, okay, the chain one. Okay, interesting. That's what they went with. Alright. What's this got to do with Gothics? Mod Jew, look at that. Thrust as a 5-tick attack speed and grants a piercing effect with increased damage. Yep. Yeah, okay, yeah, perfect. Damages several targets in a line. Look at that, and he's wearing Inquisitors. Panic by Inquisitors, boys. Looks like a turd tied on a chain. Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, it's Jad's cock. My man. Damage scales with NPCs. Smash reduces the attack speed to 3 ticks, functioning as a fast, hard-hitting weapon with a standard attack behavior. Oh, okay. So you can go the 5-tick thrust attack, or the 3-tick crush. Oh. So you got the cock smack. Looks like an awful lot. It does. Okay. Hits big targets harder, similar to the Scythe, since its chain extends an additional 2 tiles. Especially potent on targets who are weakest to crush, since it will roll damage several times and pick the highest hit. Alternatively, the extending chain can hit several small targets in a line. Against small targets, you can opt for the smash style to lose the benefits above, but gain a hard-hitting 3-tick weapon, which will sport some niche uses, like in Nilo. Yeah. For those of you curious in the specifics, here's what they're currently working with. Wow, okay. Only 40 melee strength. Rolls damage up to 7 times depending on how many defenses are higher than the opponent's crush defense. Can hit multiple enemies in a line or deal up to 50% bonus damage to larger targets. Okay. Loses piercing and damage roll effects, but thrust attacks are at 3 tick. Okay, so 7 times is a fucking huge accuracy check. Wouldn't this be OP at Doom? Yeah, actually, oh yeah, this will fuck Doom big time, and the Nightmare. Yeah, oh yeah, because you could stand back and hit Doom from. I mean, it provided you can stand 2 tiles back and hit Doom, rather than it forcing you forwards. Yes, it'll be big at Doom. Oh yeah, this could fuck Doom up. Hitting the same target multiple times will mean hits do 25% more damage per additional tile hit. Okay, so you kind of want to be in front of him anyway. This means hitting a 3x3 target will result in a hit that rolls up to 150% damage, 2x2, 125, 1x1, 100%. Similar to the Scythe, the Tazarket Breaker can hit up to 3 targets in a single attack. Whether these targets are in a line or stacked on the same tile is up to you. Damage is rolled multiple times. Effectively, the Fractured Chain rolls a damage dice for every defense, stab, slash, light range, standard, yep, higher than Crush on the NPC. This means that the NPC who is weakest to Crush, you will be rolling damage 7 times and picking the highest result. Oh, wow. Oh, fuck. Okay, so for those who don't understand that, let me pull up the Nightmare and give you some context. So what they're going to do is... it's going to roll... when you attack the Nightmare, its defensive stats are 120, 180, 40, 600, 600, 600, 600, okay? It's going to attack, and it's going to roll against this. So it'll roll against all of the attack styles, and it'll pick the highest hit. It's likely going to hit on Crush anyway, but if for whatever reason it misses, you have another 6 accuracy checks, which it may not hit. But you can. But it's like the Fang 7 times. Well, 6 more times, should I say? But it is against extremely high accuracy checks on some monsters, right? If we go Doom, it's going to run that check in much more accurately against the range and mage. And if for whatever reason it misses on Crush, 7 accuracy checks is a lot. What you're saying is when you get it, you're hitting zeros. I think what I'm saying is when you get it is you're 7 times more likely to hit zeros. When you get it, you're not missing. When I get it, I'm fucked. Yeah. Isn't it rolling damage 7 times, not accuracy? It's rolling accuracy 7 times. Oh, rolling damage 7 times and picking the highest result. Yeah, so it's rolling. Yeah, so it's roll. Oh, yeah. Damage is rolled multiple times. Effectively, the Fractured Chain rolls a damage dice for every defense step. Oh, fuck. I missed. Okay, sorry. No, you're right. My apologies. It's not an accuracy check. It's a damage. Okay, that's even better. Oh, my God. Hold on. That's even better. So Okay, my apologies. That's even better, right? Sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's damage, not accuracy. That's okay. That's fucked. Reading comprehension. Shut the fuck up, idiot. That's even better. Or just average hit higher, not more. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Basically, you got 7 chances to max hit. That's big. Okay. No, that's huge then. Okay. I fuck with that. It's two-handed, right? Of course. Yeah, that's even better then. So your average hit is always going to be fucking massive. If you hit a 1, you suck. Good luck hitting a fucking 1 with this thing, dude. How will this affect the scythe? We'll find out. Just like our other melee Megarare, the scythe, you'll need to charge it. We're using some kind of resource. We're not decided on which one yet. Just so don't panic by things if you're looking to invest. Oh, so just panic by things. Okay. The Ascension Shards, and you'll be able to obtain from the raid itself. Oh yeah, you'll need Ascension Shards. Yeah, of course. Much like the Vials of Blood. There's not a whole lot of more for us to say, so we'll leave you with all the important details and sign off. We're not expecting our first outing with these rewards to be an absolute bullseye. Basically, what it's telling me then is it should be more consistent than the scythe accuracy. Damage-wise. You have 7 chances to max hit every hit. Yes. So Doom, maybe Serb, Nightmare, and probably a few new raid bosses. Yeah. Like, we can assume this is going to be best in slot in the Fractured Archives. Can't buy Toggle? I doubt you'll need Toggle. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of disgusting. Crush has to be weakest defense to get 7 rolls? Yes. So you only use it on crush enemies that are weak to crush. But even something that's what's weak to crush but also something else. What is there? I know there's something. I was thinking about it the other day. What was it? Verzik? I think Verzik P2 or some shit. Here you go. Look at this. Oh no, Verzik's defense are all the fucking... Oh no, it's P1, dickhead. Let's use Verzik as an example, P2. Okay. So Crush is 100. Now what if it's equal, by the way? Is it only higher? Every defense stab higher than Crush. So if you would use it on Verzik, it would roll 4 times. It would roll for Crush, and then it would roll for the 3 range stats. It won't roll for the mage or the other 2 melee. So you still get 4 damage rolls. Man in 3 tick with 7 damage rolls. I think that's only for the 5 tick. It's not for the 3 tick. It says here, lose piercing and damage roll effects. So 3 tick, it just uses its base stats. 5 tick is where the damage roll comes in. There's no discussion about changes. To be honest, if this doesn't have charges, it says charges here. It says, just like our other melee Megarare, the scythe, you'll need to charge it using some kind of resource. Yeah, you have to charge it. You also have 6, 5, 4, 3 rolls. Yes, you can. Yeah, it's every defense stat that's higher than crush, meaning that if you want the best damage, you go with something that's weak to crush or second weak to crush. Do you think it would be good for the first time fire cape getter? I think the real question is, do you have to be in melee range when using the 5 tick? Or can you be 2 tiles back and attack still? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you have to because it has to pierce it, right? So you'll have to be in melee range still to get that 150% damage. But could you stand 1 tile back on a big target and get the 125% damage? I don't know about that. It says melee distance in the stats. It says range 3 but 1. Yeah, okay. So you'll have to stand in melee range, but it'll attack 3 tiles in. You have to be in melee range. That would be so huge. Yeah, okay. So I wouldn't use it on the Doom then. This would be pretty useless on Jad because Jad has 0 defensive stats. So I mean, it won't be useless. It just you won't get the extra damage rolls because none of his stats are they're all 0. Looks like poop on a rope. It's Jad's cock. You have to kill Jad to get it. Or it's Zuck's cock, really. It's more of a Zuck than a Jad. Doom Punish. Yeah, big for Doom Punish, but then you're going to throw poison everywhere, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Size already down like 300 mil too. Is that right? Let's have a look. OSRS Scythe. Has it crashed? Is this accurate? Are we sure? Do you think these rewards are hints for the bosses we'll face? Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a crush-based raid, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, it's not even close. What's the Inquisitors set up to? 300 mil? Yeah. You're going to want Inquisitors for sure, guys. Look at that. You're going to want Inquisitors, and you're going to want it bad. Because... I better log into my main and raise the price I'm selling it for, to be honest. You're going to want Inquisitors, because this is going to fuck immensely. Nightmare is the play. It's not Justy. Let me give you a rundown of this. Then we're going to look at some Reddit crash outs, okay? First of all, this hybrid armor set, guys. The helmet looks a little bit poo-poo. Beauty Kill, thank you for the 25 months. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I'm not spoiling it, but I need asshole surgery. Oh, yeah, that's a personal problem you'll have to figure out. Thank you, though. I appreciate that, man. The helmet looks like poo, design-wise. I don't mind the armor set itself. It looks pretty clean. This is not useful if you have a shadow, in my opinion. This will be okay at best. What's my Inquisitor selling for? Oh yeah, it'll be fine. This will be okay at some places like Nex. I don't think you would use this in TOA if you had a shadow and you had Virtus or Ancestral. You'd just run your Torva and stuff, you know. That's fine. I love the defensive stats though. This could be pretty big in places like, yeah, Melee Inferno, stuff like that. How's it compared to Elite Void? No. Elite Void, this would be better than Elite Void, for sure. Absolutely. This is basically, in terms of magic, it's less accurate Virtus. And then, yeah, it's Virtus but less accurate and more tanky. In terms of mage. And in terms of melee, it's... Apparently it's got more strength bonus than Oathplate and Bandos. I mean, you'd use it for stab. This would be good for Vorkarth, I'd imagine. It's where it depends. It depends where the strength bonus and the accuracy bonus clash. I don't know. It might be better for... I'd say Vorkarth it would probably fuck on. It depends on if you really need that strength bonus. Would it be viable for PKing? Absolutely, yes. Because you just need a range switch. Yeah, this is fuck PKing, big time. This shield is actually pretty fucking dope. Love the shield. Don't know where I'd really use it, where I'm not really using a two-handed Megarare. I guess whenever I'm not using one. I do like the shield. It's pretty cool. Good for chip damage. This armor set, again, as well at the same time, sorry, is... what was I going to say? Slayer. I'd use this armor set for Slayer, for sure. Does it use both specs at once? What do you mean? Mega shield, mega weapon? No, you can't. The mega weapons are two-handed. This is one-handed. This is offhand. It'll be used in the raid, so what magic weapon should we panic buy? I don't think this armor set will be used in the raid, to be honest. I don't think so. No, I mean, I wouldn't bet on it. Not a single raid in the game uses the armor set that you have. Like, Missouri isn't used for TOA. Ancestral's not used for Cox. Just isn't used for Tob, you know? Like, Missouri is for Cox and Ancestral's for TOA, if anything. Fang plus Shield, with which spec will it use? I'd imagine you'll get the option to do both. I'd imagine you'll be able to use whichever one you want. So they're looking to have a split spec bar? Yeah. Just is from a raid and it's bad? Yes, you're right. It'll be a separate option. The Randachi is pretty cool though. The crossbows, big. I love the crossbows. I'm a big fan of this. I think this is awesome. I love that it's using different bolts because it creates a completely separate ecosystem and economy, and it keeps the raid relevant. If this comes to the game, Fractured Archives will always be a relevant raid. This immediately becomes a massive economy around the raid. It's done. It's in stone. Like, TOA doesn't really have that. Tob has it with Vials of Blood. Like, Vials of Blood are the biggest way to make money in Tob without hitting a purple. It's a blow-pop upgrade. They just need to make sure it stays 3-tick if you're in PvP, because it would be way too strong then. Drop separate, fuck Ironman, but you have to get the crossbow twice. I mean, they could do that, really. Make it so you have to get two. Instead of charge-based spec for the shield, I think a parry spec that it does increase damage if you perfect parry, same tick as the enemy attacks would be sick. Yeah, it could do something like that. That might require engine work on the NPCs though, for you to be able to like trigger the timing. I don't know. I mean, I don't mind that idea, to be honest. Blowpipe will still be better on zero defense, but anyway, you can't reduce defense. The crossbows will win. Are we sure about that? With Diamond Bolt tips? Will the blowpipe still be better? I find that hard to believe. You might be right, but how's that better? Toxic blowpipe is less accurate. Plus 20 range strength, and then what's a dragon dart? If you have dragon darts in there, 20 plus 55. No way, dude. Surely not, right? I think it's more. Well, crossbow would be better on light range. This would be better on heavy range, right? So blowpipe with dragon darts is less accurate and 2 more strength bonus than fractured bolts, but 3 less strength bonus and less accurate than gem tip fractured bolts. And if you have diamond bolts on top of that, you've also got that accuracy check. I think this is better than the crossbow. Raid tier replacement of the blowpipe, especially versus tankier targets or targets who are weak to heavy range. Yeah, I'd say yeah. So it's even better against tankier targets. But I think it just directly replaces the blowpipe. You pretty much won't touch it at all, I think. I would imagine. It can hit 2 ruby specs in 2 ticks. No, they're not putting ruby specs in at the moment. Only onyx and diamond bolt tips will be coming, and they'll work on that in the future when they balance it out. But your ability to hit the enhanced bolt tip is halved as well. Just heavy range blowpipe. Yeah, it's a heavy range blowpipe. Yeah, effectively. And then the Megarare is the big Zuck dick, the Zuck cock. It's pretty cool. I don't mind it. That's going to be interesting as fuck to use. I like the damage rolls. It's big. Who needs bolt procs when you just fire faster? Yeah, exactly. You know? I mean, imagine the bolt procs every 2 ticks. Make sure every game sound's turned up to max, dude. That's big, man. That's big. Not a bad blog. I'm actually really satisfied with it. I think they've done a good job. I think so far that this all looks good. The armor set is probably the most disappointing part, and I don't even think it's that disappointing. It's just something I won't use personally. But for the defense and the where it sits in the game, I think it's fine. It's just an upgraded moon set, blue moon set, more or less. Yeah, it needs to be called the Tiz Tok Zuckcock. Yeah, I mean the blog was a 5 out of 10. I just didn't like a lot. What didn't you like about the blog? Lore integration is going to be interesting for the mace. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck that's integrated, but that'll be, that'll be fun. Let me find the post. Let's have a look here. Bro, they're doing a Blood Moon Rises cake competition. What the fuck? Alright, W armor set, though, won't really be used outside of Slayer for anyone with a shadow that can at least 4-way switch. Shield is dope as fuck. What else is there? Crossbows are the best part of this blog. Massive W from Jagex. Make sure it's 3 tick in PvP, and Megarare is going to be really fun. Panic by Inquiz. Yeah, then that's perfect. I think that sums up the blog nicely. Why bother Hargo? What's that for? Back to sending 5 to 10 for Sunday Nightmare every day. Yeah, good. Yeah, time to get Inquisitors, boys. Rewards seem to do a good job walking the line of strong, but not so much that the player goes wild. Yeah, the armor is okay, nothing interesting. But for me, the crossbows I dislike, and I dislike having a new bolt type specifically for the weapon. They did this in RS3, and it led to a lot of bloat. Yeah, but this isn't RS3. We have a different combat system to RS3. Megarare is okay, but the target shouldn't be limited to 3. Why not? It's in a straight line. So what didn't you like about the crossbows, though? The thing you got to remember is, I understand the new bolt type system is so that you can't just immediately throw all these bolts into these crossbows, because it's going to be 2 tick as opposed to 5 tick. You're getting a what is that, a 150% DPS increase alone on those bolts. And what this does as well is that means no matter what you do, even if you don't get a purple in the Fractured Archives, if you go 30 raids dry, these event ascension shards are always going to be valuable. They're going to have value. That's the economy for the raid. That's the vials of blood in TOB. Okay, you don't have that in Cox and TOA. They both don't have something that sustains the raid and the raid's usefulness. Okay, because there's no need to do TOB because the only purple that's really valuable there is the Siphon, the Event Defender. So why the fuck do it? But over the course of 100 raids, you can make 100 mil just from vials of blood. And having Ascension shards for the bolts and stuff in this raid will help keep that alive. And they're going to be used for the Megarare as well. So that's going to be massive for this. The Scythe needs it and keeps that intact, and so is this crossbow and the Megarare. So you kind of... It's good that they're leaning on that. It's going to have a lot of use and they're going to get moved quickly. Sell Inquis now as high as you can. Well, keep going because Inquisitors is going to go up in value. For sure. Merchant Diamonds? No, you don't need Merchant Diamonds. Do you think the new Crush Megarare will affect the Scythe in other places? No, the Scythe will be fine. People are panic selling the Scythe. Here's a fact about the Scythe. Is that the Scythe actually won't get worse because of this new Megarare. People are only going to panic sell now because idiots that don't understand how the Scythe works are going to be like, oh, can't use Scythe, got to lose value. No, the Scythe is used on Crush in like 2 places in the game. That's it. The Scythe is still fucking amazing everywhere that it's used. So this will only replace the Scythe in the Nightmare and on a fucking spider like Araxor or Sarachnis, shit like that. Otherwise, the Scythe is still the king with Slash everywhere you go. So it's not going to kill the Scythe. The Scythe is still going to be a massive moneymaker and a massive weapon in the game. And you're not doing the Nightmare anyway, so like it's not like it really affects a lot of the player base. Everyone's too shit and scared to do it. So we've already seen the Bandos boss in the raid. Yes, we have. The 2-tick aspect is okay, but they look 90% like the RS3 counterpart, and the PTSD of that dungeon hurts my soul. Okay, so your problem with the crossbows is that you're a pussy. You're getting PTSD from a video game. Hear me out for the vials blood concept. Okay, hearing you out. Instead of bolts being used, being the vials of blood, make the elemental fragments something that you use to upgrade runes to give a special effect, not just a +2 thing, similar to demonic packs, but less effect. Nah, fuck that, dude. I don't want to. I don't fucking care about the elemental shit at all. Nah, fuck that. I don't. Nah. What? That? Who the fuck is going to use elemental magic? All this stuff here. Name one person you know that runs around excited to use their elemental fragments. No one uses elemental weaknesses in this game unless they don't have a shadow. Okay? And anyone that uses elemental weaknesses, they don't go, I love elemental weaknesses. They go, fuck, I wish I had a shadow. So, nah, fuck that, dude. Keep the shit out of the game. Fuck that. Crush is trash. I don't use that shit anywhere. You will in this raid. Future people with their Mega Rare that's elemental. No, we don't. No. Or yeah, exactly. Or the Eye of Ayak, exactly. We definitely say that. We do. Future Mega Rare is elemental magic. That's why. No, it's not. Fuck off. Get out of it. You might be able to make your money back on Inquisitors. Oh, Inquisitors will go up for sure. It's going to be the new best in slot armor set for this raid. You're going to need it for this raid. Name one Mega Rare that doesn't pop off in its own raid. I'm an iron without a shadow. Oathplate, yeah, I really like the armor. Yeah, the armor's good. Yeah. The armor's good. I'm going to use it. I won't need to use it much. I'll use it for Slayer, but it's good. Otherwise, yeah. Mega that is very little use. Well, not if this raid is crushed, yup. If this raid's crushed, then the Mega is going to fucking pop off in here. Right? It's going to be fucking insane in here. And it's going to be a new money. Shh! Sorry, the misso sneezed. It's going to be insane. This raid's going to be the best moneymaker in the game. Inquisitors adding armor defense stats? Yep, it is. Maybe I'll just sit on my Inquisitors and keep an eye on the prices, and if it starts going down, I'll just sell it. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. My life advice for everyone, not just in RuneScape, but in real life too. As soon as the market starts crashing and money starts going down, sell everything, okay? Only buy items and buy, like, when the stock market's high, when Bitcoin booms, buy when it's really expensive, and then sell when it drops. That's a good fucking idea. Yeah, that's great. Do that, yeah. Buy low, sell high. You're a fucking genius. Why would you sell it if it's going down? The raid's gonna come out crush related. You're gonna fucking sell now and be like, I wish I held on to it. You were right, king. Come on, grow some fucking balls. Grow a backbone. Instead of fucking flipping on the market, buy something, invest it, then go do some content and make some money. Hold on to it. Come on. You got this. Do you know how long I've been holding on to Inquisitors for on my account? I have 5 Inquisitor sets on my account. I've been holding on to it for fucking a year. Okay? See me complaining? No. Not on stream at least anyway. I complain behind closed doors. But that's the point. Okay? That's called being a stock market trader. Complain and cry behind closed doors. Fuck me, boys. The shield is dope. Yeah, I like the shield. Buy high, sell low. Exactly. Debt max, stress max, retard max. What percent of players have a shadow? Don't know. It's cheap, so quite a lot. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. They did address in the former blog post, even though formerly it was best in slot. What do you think of it if it's not this time? What do you mean? What, the mega rare? It'll be best in slot. It will be. Yeah, absolutely it will be. I think the reason people might not fully invest in the Inquisitor side of things yet is because there's no change to the Inquisitor's armor set right now. But that doesn't mean they won't do it somewhere else down the road. That's for sure. People constantly selling their shit and having to buy it back all the time and wondering why they broke. Yeah, exactly. Guess now I have to grind out Radiant and to have the shield to match. Yes, you do. I'm going to go to the Nightmare and get some fucking Inquisitors though. I'll tell you that right now. Hell yeah. My god, what's everyone else's opinion on this on Reddit? We'll have to find out. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him, goddamn. Fuck me, look at that boy. It's huge. You got a big boy.